Hi guys, it's Alex from Chain Lance here. And who do we have here today and what did you do?
Darshan, and I went 5-1-1 at Chelmsford Regional and finished 7th place.
So you topped the regional.
I did indeed.
Congratulations on topping said regional. And what did you play at said regional?
Fiendsmith Ryzeal.
Why did you choose to play Fiendsmith Ryzeal?
I've played with the Fiendsmith cards before. I'm a big fan of XE's decks, so Ryzeal seemed like the better option out of that and Malice.
Sounds perfect to me, so why don't you show us the goo?
Will do.
How many cards main decked?
So we're on 42 cards to cover the 2 bad draws. To start with, we've got 3 of the good guy plus an extra 3 copies of the good guy. Obviously, it gets you another guy from the deck. Can start off Fiendsmith combo.
We like guys here at Chain Lance here, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, 3 sword and
3 not 2.
3 X'd.
Three,
Yeah, I'm not
wow.
playing a heavy bestial count, so I valued having a bit more consistency on the Ryzeal side. I have seen people playing 2 and 2, but yeah, I think I was like, okay, if I'm going to play this deck, I want to make sure I can combo as much as possible, make it as consistent as possible. So I went for 3 and 3.
Did you ever feel clunked up on Ryzeal cards?
Not really. There was a couple of times, obviously, drawing like a couple of names is a bit bad, but I don't know, it seemed alright. Didn't have any issues. The only time I was siding them out was against Malice. I was siding out 1 X and 1 sword, just to go a bit more sort of critical mass on hand traps. And then the sort of less good draws, 1 Ryzeal cross and 1 node Ryzeal. This is the GOAT. I don't know, I'm good at drawing him and having everything ready and then dropping him last and summoning another guy, playing from there.
And do we like to side cross out going second? Sorry.
Not anymore, no. I was doing this. I was taking this out going second. But yeah, after playing with Moffat previous Thursday before the regional, I think, yeah, one of the games was decided on just having this going second. Yeah, so I decided, okay, I was taking 7 cards out going second, but it just became 6, and it actually made siding a lot easier.
Yeah.
So
I
shout
think
out
because
to
you have
Cross.
the extra Ryzeal cards in the main deck, right?
Exactly,
It adds
yeah.
up, it's a bit more value.
And then for Fiendsmith stuff, on 3 engravers, 3 tracked, both amazing cards, give you good pushes into most decks, give you good recursion. I think I made Desiree once, Caesar to go, I don't know, I don't have to say anything else about these cards. And then obviously Lacrima, Lurry, and then the card that loves me the most and I hate it the most, Paradise. I think one of the games I played, I drew it game 1 and game 2, and then when the match I lost, it was actually my top deck for turn, and that's when I knew I was cooked. And then non-engine, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Koalos, 3 Nibiru's. I'm on cross out, so I'm playing 1 Veiler and 2 Ogres, 3 Bestials, no OCG ratios here. Druiswurm definitely better than Bulldrake, and then 3 Imperms, and then because we're on cross out on talents, just for bit of utility going first. And obviously, if you go full combo with a cross out by post side, then you don't have to worry about anything. You can just set your cross out, and then if they do have talents, you pull that to cover you.
You feel extra safe for that, don't you?
Super safe, yeah.
Super safe.
That's kind of like I was saying this to Tiffin before playing today. I just try to play it as safe as possible. You know, what do I lose to? Try and play around, you know, however many that my opponent might have. Hand traps, non-engine, whatever. Yeah, into the extra deck. 1 Duo Drive. I kind of want to test not playing this guy. I've seen some lists that I think Joshua Schmidt was playing without it. I do want to play 2 Requiems as well. With Bestials flying about, it would be quite nice to have another Requiem tucked away. So I might try that, see how that goes.
Did you ever find yourself skipping the Duo Drive in your combos?
Almost every time I had 2 level 4s going second, especially, I was just making Detonator. If we had extra gas, then yeah, we made Duo Drive afterwards. If I've got Caesar up, I was making Caesar and then Detonator and then Duo Drive last to get the extra recursion if needed. Just having access to cross was nice, I suppose, but I didn't want to lose to 1 hand trap. You know, if I make this, I lose to Ash, Ogre, Veiler, Imperm. If I make this, I lose to Imperm. So I was always valuing this over this. But yeah, I don't know. I think you probably do play it if you play cross, but I do want to mess around with not playing this and just see how that feels. So I was on one Duo Drive and then 2 Detonators for that reason. Into the other XCs, played Dweller, pretty good. I did play against Lightsworn, and that was, yeah, this was amazing in that. And I got Protoss for Light, so even more amazing that I had this in the deck. Speaking of Lights, we've got the Light Fiend himself, Caesar, the Aggregator for X, and then the Typhon as well. This, I think I did cut it a couple of times playing some locals beforehand, but I don't know, it's just nice to have. It's a nice answer to Detonator, especially when you've got like the Fiendsmith and Paradise Trap as like a follow-up play. You can make this, bounce a Detonator, and then have something for the next turn. So yeah, all good cards. Wouldn't cut any of these, I don't think. Fiendsmith stuff, we got Requiem and Moon and Sequence. I didn't play the Link 3, which made me a little bit vulnerable to Chaos Angels. So I was aware of that when I was playing the games. But yeah, it didn't come up that I would need to get rid of a Chaos Angel at any point. So I recognised the loose con if there was a Chaos Angel on the field. But yeah, all good cards. SP, I think I didn't play this when we played Moffat, and you were saying how are you playing a deck without SP, so SP came in. This was the second Requiem, and yeah, this came up quite a lot. It was definitely the right call to play it. Fusions, Desiree, Necroquip. Nothing to say really about those. They just they do what they do. Making this and then using Engraver afterwards is goated, like so good. And then Chaos Angel, also the goat. Getting rid of Pesky Druiswurms all day was pretty nice.
Pesky Druiswurms.
Pesky Druiswurms, yeah. Onto the side deck. I think this is probably where it's a bit different compared to most other people, but I did play 3 cross out. I saw people playing a lot of Solemns. I didn't really like Judgment when I played Fiendsmith Cached Hero because it just made you really vulnerable to random bestials or other cache names. So I did value playing something that was a bit more versatile. Cross out, in my eyes, is about as versatile as it gets. You can use this. Maybe Talents is more versatile, but you can use it going first and second, especially in the mirror match. You can cross out Bonfires, and Tracts was the main one that I was thinking about when I did put this into the side deck. But yeah, it was really good. Would definitely play it again. I did also then fall into the trap of trying to block out people's thrust targets. I did only play one. I was playing a shifter for Malice. A shout out to Shane, who was like, just accept the L if they shift you and play more hand traps, and that's what we did. I'll show you what I did instead of playing the shifter. But this into the mirror match was pretty much always going to get sided in. That and the 2 Perulias going second, which was just extra draw power to get me into the cards I want to see, get me into hand traps for their dual drives, gets me into more engines so I can push past whatever board they've set up. But yeah, all these cards came up, they were all pretty good. The card I did mention about Malice, not siding cross out against Malice, that was so that we could fit in 3 Bell and 3 Lancia. Having these in the deck going first and second was insane. Like I was cutting the going first, I was cutting the Veilers and the Ogres for these. I felt they're a bit more versatile in that I can use it offensively, but also if my opponent has a bestial, I can stop the Engraver getting banished, get my Engraver back on board, make a Caesar, and then cover myself for that bestial going forwards from there.
Also don't lose the shifter.
And yeah, it was good. It was good. Also doesn't lose shifter. Yeah. The only thing I think is a bit sus is like it negates the activation on the field spell, so they have another one they could maybe use it, but that didn't come up, so I'm taking that as a good decision. And then I just feel like cover rogue matchups. I played 2 Lightning Storms. I did have a guy played round 1 who set a card and passed. I didn't really know what he was on going into game 2, so I just brought these in and it was good. He set 3, so they came up. And then just this, but never used it.
Who knows what that's for?
Yeah. Yeah, and this also gets over Druiswurms.
Oh wow.
Summon in attack, yeah.
That's really interesting. All right, any shout outs to give?
Yes, shout outs to everyone in Lancia and shout outs to all the Cubans. Shout outs to Kieran for hooking me up with the Fiendsmith cards. Shout outs to Andrew for sorting me out with the 3rd tract. Yeah, I don't know, everyone who's played Yu-Gi-Oh with me and has taught me anything about Yu-Gi-Oh over the last 3 years, shout outs to them.
Congratulations.
It wouldn't happen without them, so.
Well, congratulations very much on this is your first regional?
My first regional.
First regional, so really well done.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the profiles, thanks for the deck, and most importantly, thank you, Darshan.
Cheers.